This is like a puzzle and can be a daily puzzle. But the idea is that the object on the left represents an addition triplet. That means that two of the numbers that would be highlighted in the two squares, at least in three squares, would add up to make the third number. And that to find that triplet, you've got to put it somewhere on the grid. So the way you could go about that is you can just search. So if I were to go to a particular place, and then I can just check what the numbers are. And if I add them up, and in this case I've added them up, and it's 3 plus 14 are the two smaller numbers. So 3 plus 14 is 17. It is not 21. So that means that is not the right place. So I can find somewhere else to try. And then each time I do, I think, well, that is, I do the addition. And in this case, I've got 57, not 41. And then I can keep going. So I'm going to here and I've got 61, not 43. So I keep going. I can see that that is a lot higher. So I'm going to move down. And in this case, I got 43, not 34. Closer. As I move again, and in this case, I got 25. So 18 plus 7 is 25. And that means that that one is complete. And so number 1 is done. And you can see that fully fit on the 100 square. So we'll call that one just correct. That one fits. And what we're going to do then is we can rotate it and we can try again. So now we've got another number triplet that we're going to find. And we check. So this will be 93 versus 73. Okay. I wonder if that gives us any clues, but let's move along. So I've got 76, I've got 99, I've got 76. So no, not that. How about here? Here I've got 101. Oh, so that's gone even off the grid. That is definitely not 76, so it's definitely not right. And then I just move on each time. Check my addition. So this is 83 versus 68. Much too high. So let's go down. I've got 61 versus 57. That's looking quite close. Let's try here. Oh, so you can see I've gone a bit low now. So now I've got 39 versus 46. So I've gone too low. Let's go back up. Here I've got 57 versus 55. So I'm getting closer. This one is 55 versus 54. Closer still. So there we go. And that's there I've got it complete. So once I start getting close, it makes it a lot easier. And that means that I've done another one. And so let's go on to the next. Now, that one that we did last fit on the 100 square, so that's fine. And then we keep checking. So this one is 51 versus 44. It's the third triplet that we're on. 51 plus is 95, so that's a bit too big. Let's keep moving. 54 plus 47, that's 101 again, not 65. Let's keep it moving. I think we better go down, or lower numbers. Here we've got 34 plus 27. Well, that's going to be 61, not 45. Let's move it down, maybe in a cross. Now what have we got? Well, we've got 45, not 37. Okay, so 26 plus 19 is 45, but it's not 37. So you have to move it again. and trying to move it in a similar direction, but that takes me off the board. But that would actually work. If you imagine, what number would be next to 10? That would have to be 11. 11 plus 18 makes 29, which means that we've made it. But it's not on the 100 square, so this one doesn't quite work. So even though we found the triplet, it's not on 100 square, it doesn't work. Let's move it on. And here's the next one. So I'm going to try this. Again, this is the last triplet, it's the last rotation. And in this case, I've got 90 versus 65. Let's try it somewhere else. Can go a little further down and let's see what happens there. How about here? So, well, that's 30 versus 26. Looking promising. Let's move it across a little bit and try again. And there we've got 34. That's 28 plus 6 is 34. But we need 37. Let's move it along a bit. Here I've got 38 versus 39 now. You can see it's so close. Need it to get a little bit bigger. But of course, getting a little bit bigger means we're going to go off the chart. And well, we can imagine what number is next to 30 there. That'll be 31. 31 plus 9 equals 40. 39 plus 30. 31 plus 9 is equal to 40. That's our next triplet. We found our last triplet, and that's good. And again, it's not on the grid, so there we go. And that's our final triplet. Fantastic. We found them all, and we've completed our addition triplets drill for the day.